All right, Bachelor in Paradise draft time. We are joined here. The BachMakers are joined by Justin from Justin Takes the Bach. Welcome as our first ever
Hi.
guest. First ever
Wow.
guest of this show. We're very honored to have you. How you doing? Are you excited about everything? Just how we doing?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I am so excited. I actually had like a really long day at work, so I was like, oh, this will be like a good way to like forget about that garbage by
Yeah,
thinking about other garbage. And by that, I mean paradise.
exactly. And we unfortunately have like 3 or 4 more weeks still to wait until Paradise.
Yeah.
So we're biding the time by just speculating and making stuff up that probably won't happen, but it's fun anyways. So, how this draft is going to work for everyone listening, we're going to have 4 rounds. There's 4 categories. You can either draft a villain, a couple, like a power couple you think is going to kind of run the beach, or a surprise couple, however you want to take it. A cameo that people might not be expecting, maybe we haven't seen yet, or just any kind of cameo. And then last but not least, which I think has been the hardest category for us to think of, is some kind of scandal, some kind of big moment that's going to happen that maybe, like I would say an example last season, the scandal would be like the separating of the guys and the girls. They did that. I forget what they called it. They had some funny name for it. Do you remember, Justin?
Well, I mean, the name for it from Love Island was like Casa Amor, I think. But that's like the Love Island name. I don't know what they
Yeah.
actually called it on the show though. But like,
Yeah.
so it could be like a plot twist. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a scandal,
Yeah, maybe that
right?
was a
Okay.
poor wording on my part, but just
Yeah.
some kind of plot twist that's going to go against the normal structure of the show. Um,
Okay.
and so we're gonna let Justin as our guest decide the order. So we can either go first, second, or third, and let Michael and I know where we're gonna pick as well.
I have a question. So are
Yes,
we
Michael.
drafting it? Is it like like let's say like is it like a fantasy football draft where you can draft like a QB and then a wide receiver? Like are we doing round by round like villain round, surprise cameo round,
So
scandal round, power couple
because
round?
there's no like repeats. So let's say I pick someone as a villain, Michael, you then can't pick someone as a villain. It doesn't. We're not all gonna pick our villains at once. You can pick any category you want. You don't
Okay.
have to like if say I'm the first pick and I pick a couple, the next pick doesn't have to be a couple.
Okay. Okay.
As long
Okay.
as at the end you
Okay.
have all 4.
Okay.
Okay. So we're
Okay.
going in any sort of order that we want
Any
to.
order you want. This is just a roundabout way to get us to talk about the show, and we can make a cool graphic at the end. So this was very poorly planned out, but here we are. Now we're here.
Okay. I'm gonna be taking notes.
Fair enough. And what do you want
I'm
the
like, what are you guys about to say? Like, shit. So I'm gonna be taking notes.
Fair enough. What do you want the order to be?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think I want to go second. I
Okay.
feel like that feels like a really safe place to be. And then I don't know. Like, do you guys have a preference on whether you want to go first or third?
Ooh.
Well, I'm guess
Um,
we're doing a snake draft, right? We're doing a snake
we can
draft.
do snakes, so it'll go 1, 2, and then whoever goes third gets 2 back-to-back picks, and then it snakes back. So,
Hmm.
Michael, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper,
Rock, paper,
scissors.
scissors. What are you doing? Just go normal speed.
I,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Like you were going like
okay.
wow.
Ready. Here
What?
we go.
All right,
Virtual
3, 2,
rock,
rock,
paper.
paper, scissors, shoot. Oh my God.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Okay, you can go. You can choose, Mike. You choose first or third.
I'll go third. I'll go third.
Okay. All right. So I will start us off
I'll go
with
third.
our draft. And now I can't decide if I want to go with something that I think could actually happen or something I'm rooting for to happen because I feel like those are 2 very different things.
They are.
I'm going to go with a kind of, I think, is a chalk pick. I think a lot of people might agree with me here. I'm going to pick a villain. And it's from the original cast, the people who were listed right away. And let's preface this. We mean villain as like they're edited like the villain. Like we all these people, great people. We love them. I'm going to go with my villain, my 1-1. I'm going to go with Sean. So Sean was from Charity Season. I never really vibed with him too much. And I think he's gonna
Okay.
rub a lot of people the wrong way on like the beat. I think he might hop around a little bit. He's gonna start with one girl and then he's like another girl comes in. I think I could see him in multiple love triangles, which is always a tough place to be in. And I think the guys will turn on him quicker than most. I think the guys might team up on Sean a little bit. So that's my villain pick. My first overall pick. I'm going to take Sean.
Love that. Are we allowed to do people that are not like technically announced yet? Like,
Yes.
yeah. Well, just like Avon, it was not announced, but like we see
Yes.
Avon in the trailer.
Yeah,
So.
I'll say this. As long as they're
Okay.
announced or seen in the trailer, or it's like pretty common. I know you have your sources, so maybe like no like big old spoilers.
I'm
That-
actually pretty like unspoiled. Like I knew
Really?
that certain people were like I knew that Rachel and Blake were on the show.
Mhm.
But I really don't know too much about it. Like I
Oh,
knew
sweet.
so much last year, and this year I didn't really like. It didn't happen. Which
Do you like that better? Not
Yeah,
knowing?
like not knowing anything about charity season was so enjoyable. Like I just felt like I was like a normal person watching it, and I haven't had that experience in a minute.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can take anyone who has either been announced, obviously in the cast, or maybe has been alluded to that they might be coming, and or maybe you can save that for the cameo. Who knows? But I'm gonna take Sean as my villain with the first overall pick. Justin, I'll hand it off to you.
Okay,
Oh,
so
What, Michael?
I'm typing these out, by the way. So just
Okay.
to keep
All right.
notes.
Yeah. Thank you.
all right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a couple.
Okay.
I feel like there's a couple ways that I could do this. Like I have two really good ones that I think are gonna happen. But I'm like being super indecisive, and I don't know how much I want to share with you guys because I don't want you to steal my couples.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but okay, I'm leaning towards Rachel because I feel like she will absolutely leave the beach engaged. There's no way production's not letting her. I say that like she doesn't have free will. She does have free will, but like we know that they're gonna like prioritize the lead, obviously. Ari Becca Kufrin. But then I also feel like there's another couple that I see happening. So I just not sure. Okay, I'm gonna go with Rachel. I'm gonna go with Rachel and Brayden.
Oh.
It feels like so. Oh, y'all's faces. It feels so like what's going on, but I actually like weirdly see it. They like I don't know it like, and I feel like maybe they were trying to throw us off by like having them sit together.
Yeah.
We know that they're making out. I don't know if it's like a long-term thing, but I definitely see them as like a couple. I just don't know to like what extent. So
I like that pick. I
it's
would
so
be
chaotic.
I would be so mad because they showed them together on the finale, where like if they tipped their pitch that way and they showed them already together, and then we'd look back like it was right there. I would be upset with that. They're definitely gonna have their moment. It'll be interesting. I think I'd be shocked if they leave the beach together. I think I would, but I understand where you're
Yeah.
coming from.
Yeah. Wait, so for my couple, am I allowed to use
You can
Rachel
use either
at
one
all?
of them. You
Or-
can't use both of them.
Okay, so I can use one of them, but I can't use.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So for my first round pick, I'm gonna go. I'll also do my couple, and I'm gonna go with Brayden and Cat, not the meow cat, the cat with a K, cat with a K.
Okay.
The one that was on Zach, that was Zach's season, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach's season.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just like gave off like, I don't know, kind of like interesting vibes, and definitely she wants to be different. And Brayden is pretty different, so I don't know. I kind of just see him clicking, and they're kind of both pretty fiery. So fire together. And
Yeah, I forgot we
fire
have
with
two.
fire.
I forgot we have 2 cats. That was throwing me off.
Yeah, there's
I
Cat.
did
That's
too.
the cat.
Cat.
Right.
Cat. Yeah. And then
Cat with
K
the K. Cat with the K and cat with the yeah.
See,
I'll be honest, there's quite a bit of
I get
girls on this season that like I don't remember that much. It's not the most like star-studded
It's the
cast
opposite
in
for
terms
me.
of like maybe I wasn't watching as closely during like Zach's season as I should have. Cause like Olivia Lewis, I
she
have
was
no
night
recollection of her.
1, I think, but she was on the tell-all. So I kind of figured she'd be here, but I do feel like because of the way that like everything played out with Zach's season, like they did not do a good job focusing on a variety of women.
Yeah.
And I feel like they definitely spread the love between all the guys on charity season way better. And so I think that's why we're feeling that way.
Yeah. I think I feel the same way with Kylie. Like I don't remember her that much. The other ones I recognize that I had a little moment. I feel like Kylie and Olivia, just something in my brain it's not matching up, and I'm like, it'll be good to see them now. We'll see more of them, I guess. Get more of their personality.
I feel like Kylie got shown a lot.
Again, maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I remember I saw her in the cast list, and I was like, wait. I was like, I remember her.
And she had drama with
I don't know,
Kat,
like Mercedes. Yeah. That's I think and then Mercedes and Greer and like
well, you're
Jess.
a huge Greer guy, Michael.
I feel like she was
Justin. Michael might be Greer's biggest fan in the world.
Wow.
I'm Greer's biggest fan. Biggest fan. We'll see what happens in the season, but
yeah,
I am. Okay,
so you get another pick,
I believe. Yeah. So I'm gonna take it, even though I know it's already gonna happen. I'm gonna take it just because I don't like this category and I want it out of the way, and it's a layup pick. I'm gonna take the pooping thing for the scandal. I'm gonna take the pooping. It was half the trailer, but yeah, I'm gonna take it. You know, that's pretty funny, or whatever actually happens. I don't even know who it was. I didn't really.
It was Sam.
I don't think they did. They show?
Yeah,
okay.
It was Sam Jeffries.
Yeah, but I'll take the shit that ruined that calls an ambulance. That shit so big calls the ambulance. That's my second round pick.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like they already used all their footage with that. I feel like they just like for some reason used the trailer. If that's a full episode, I'm gonna lose my mind. If we may have a full poop baby episode, that's too far. I feel like we've seen the jokes hit. We've seen it. We've seen the trailer. Enough people have seen it. I feel like it's gonna be a small part.
The tease and the joke. Okay, well, I'm still taking it as my scandal.
They also like have the opportunity to like talk about it after the fact, which feels gross, but like, you know, whatever. And maybe she's dating someone and like she has a whole like Evan and Carly moment where like, you know, like the guy gets to like comfort her and it's like part of their love story, which sounds crazy. So
this franchise is crazy. So
yeah,
it fits the bill.
Literally, wow. They probably put something. This is horrible. I can say that. I'm like, they probably put like something in her, like I don't know, like coffee to like stop her up or something.
Yeah, they like locked all the bathrooms so that she couldn't go for a week. That's crazy. All right, that's a fair pick. I mean, that's obviously going to happen, so I guess it's a good pick. Justin, what do you got? What do you got next?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I mean, I think I'm gonna go with villain.
Okay.
So this is so unconventional. I feel bad saying this, but I feel like I'm not wrong. I kind of feel like I want to say Katie as my villain. I feel like her talking to Blake is not going to end well. I feel like a lot of people like gun for Katie all the time. I'm like, I love Katie. I'm really nervous.
We love Katie.
Yeah.
We love Katie on this show.
And I just feel like she could absolutely come off as a villain, and it's like making me so nervous. And like, I don't think she's going to be a full-time contestant, like, but I just don't think that she's going to end up like like looking great after that conversation. And like maybe they both look like villains after that conversation, but I don't know. I'm nervous for Katie.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting part of the season, I think, because she keeps saying she's not just showing up for like a split second and hopping
Right.
on. Like she keeps posting about it. The more she posts about it, where she says she's not just there for closure, it makes me think she is just there for closure, and she's trying to gas it up and be in there and do. She's doing a great job marketing it and getting people to watch.
She loves to psych people up.
Oh yeah, she's good at what she does. And we love Katie here. So, but I could very well see that happening. Yeah. Well, Mike.
And maybe like, ABC kind of makes her gets her the cut of the villain because they hear she's going on F-Boy Island. They're like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah, they're
Maybe
pissed.
Maybe they're cutting it a little bit different. They're mad at her going to whatever channel, the CW, I think, F-Boy Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same parent company, but yeah, I mean,
oh, okay.
I mean, it's all Warner, but still.
We'll see.
Different
I like that pick. I think Katie's appearance will be really interesting to see because I still am not convinced I know what's gonna happen there. Where like normally when you see like, oh, they're just like using it for the trailer. So like, oh, like look, this OG Bachelorette is here, which I feel like what Hannah Brown was shown, which it feels like that she's gonna be in and out. It feels like Katie's might be a little different.
Yeah.
All right, my pick. All right, I think I'm going to go cameo here. And I'm going to go with, so my first pick is someone who I feel like is going to show up, so I'm not going to take them. But my number 2 pick is someone I really hope shows up. And because of someone who is, I don't know if they were shown in the trailer. We can maybe bleep this if it wasn't, but was Tyler Norris shown in the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So because Tyler is there and because Tyler might be falling in love with some people, I think he's going to be in a really well established relationship. And then down the steps of paradise comes Miss Brittany. Brittany Galvin comes down and Brittany shows up. My girl, Brittany, I will ride or die for Brittany. And I think she's going to cause some mayhem. And I think she's going to show up and it's going to be an awesome mic drop cameo moment. And she's going to stir the pot a little bit. And I'm really excited for it. So I really hope that happens.
I think that is like the best prediction ever because Greer and Brittany are magically friends all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why did this happen? Why are they in New York together? Why are they in Chicago together? And I mean, I couldn't really see a through line until you said that. And then I was like, holy shit. Yeah, Brittany, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really hope so. I would love to see more Brittany on my screen. I love Brittany, so I'll take that. And then I get another pick, right? Because snake draft. All right, so I've done my villain and I've done my cameo. I might save my couple for last, and then we'll run through like all our extras after that. So I'm just gonna take a scandal. It's somewhat broad, but I think there's gonna be some serious boom boom room drama. I think we haven't gotten a good like tease where like two people who maybe aren't even in like an established relationship, they just have a connection for a night, and they go to the boom boom room, and then they return to the beach, and I think they have a bunch of shots of like, where are they at? Where are these two at? And like maybe one of them's already in a relationship at that time, and then sneaks off to the boom boom room with someone else. There's your drama for a whole week. I could very well see that happening. I feel like we haven't quite gotten that. Underutilized part of the show is the boom boom room. Obviously for good reasons, but there's storylines there we haven't quite seen. I think it comes into play this season.
Love it. Yeah, I mean the only boom room we got last year was Ashley and Jared, and that was annoying.
that was ridiculous. No more of that. No more. If that's someone's cameo, strike it from your list. No Ashley and Jared.
So I think that for my pick, I'm gonna do actually my cameo, and I think it's gonna be Hannah and Dylan. They just got married. It makes a ton of sense that they're like, maybe like going on to like, we're planning our wedding, and then maybe like they throw a flash of like their People magazine, exclusive up there or something. But yeah, I feel like Hannah and Dylan makes a lot of sense. I feel like they normally try and get like a paradise couple in, and we've only seen the leads. And so, yeah, I think Hannah G and Dylan, which you were not at the wedding, and I was so devastated for you.
Yeah, no, it was. We talked about this last episode. I can't decide if I should be mad or not that I wasn't there because you look at those pictures, I would have stuck out like a sore thumb amongst that crowd. I mean, oh my goodness, just the hottest
small
people.
wedding too, so
yeah, and like Buckingham Palace, it's like the most beautiful places in the world. I'm like, first of all, I can't afford that. Second of all, I got a team to coach. I'm a player's coach. I'm gonna support my boys. And third of all, I just simply wasn't invited, but we don't have to worry about that. That wedding was insane though. The more that comes out about how much, like, yeah, I can't imagine the price tag on that. But
how much cooler than any of definitely my wedding will be.
Yeah, it'll never be like that. I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna text Dylan and be like, hey, like, can you send me some recommendations for exactly what you guys did? Because I'm just gonna follow that blueprint, and you want to pay for it too. Gosh. All right, Michael. Michael, you're up.
All right. Got back-to-back picks. All right, I'm taking a shot in the dark with this cameo. Since it's the last round out the cameos. This is mainly because I haven't seen anything about her since she was sent off on Zach's season. But I'm gonna say Gabby with an I. I believe she finished second place, I believe. Runner-up.
She was up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but she's still pretty young, where I feel like it would make sense that she'd be on Paradise. But yeah, I feel like I haven't seen anything about her, so I want to see her. So there's my cameo.
I like it. Does she have a boyfriend? I can't remember.
I don't know.
No, that's Ariel. Ariel's the one who has
Ariel.
Yeah, she's got a boyfriend. So, all right, smart. There you have a bunch of Zach season, so smart to kind of dip into that.
There's already a bunch of Zach season, and then for my next and final pick, I'm gonna do my couple. Wait, no, villain. No, I'm a villain. You're my couple. And hasn't been mentioned yet. I think Wyatt and I have the same opinion. Wait, actually, I was gonna do Aaron B. I'm not gonna do Aaron B. But I was going to honorable mention Aaron B.
Can we before you give your pick? I want Justin's take on Aaron B. Because before we general? Say, yeah, like, well, what did you think his vibe was in charity season?
I liked him a lot, actually. I feel like you guys did not, maybe, but like I liked him. I feel like he probably has not had any sort of like. It didn't feel like he had a ton of like dating experience, and that's why he felt so compelled to go back and to not like want to miss out on that feeling. But yeah, I like him. I have no complaints. He never felt like as solid of a competitor to me. But yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so I was harder on him than probably Michael was. Michael gave him the benefit of the doubt and thought it was like maybe an editing thing. Yeah. You go, Mike.
I think he just got edited. He just kind of got edited in like a cringy way. Like they didn't have to show him going up to the counter and being like, "Do you know what room Charity's in?" Like they didn't have to put that in the thing. That makes him look so weird. Like what?
And then one like at the very end when they're on the beach after he'd already came back and he chased her down, was like just one more kiss. And I was like, I cringed in that moment. I think there was a lot the vibe I got from him was that he was like almost like overly protective of Charity in the sense where like he thought she couldn't defend herself, like especially with Brayden. He was very much like white knight, I'm gonna protect her, and like, dude, like get in the bus, bro, like you don't want this smoke. Like it didn't resonate with me. It didn't come across to me as like genuine. And then there were just a few too many cringy moments where I just like I didn't like him. I wasn't a fan. When he came back, it made me even more mad. I just didn't want to see him anymore.
I do think that what I will say about Aaron to kind of like, okay, it's validate your points, is that I do feel like he was very produced.
Mhm.
It felt like a lot of like what he was doing was driving storyline forward and whatnot. I don't know if he realized that he was, because I feel like every time that you are like the kind of tattletale or one of them, you
Yeah.
are somewhat produced. Just because I feel like most people aren't like thinking to do that on their own. So yeah, I'll say that to like further your point, but also like give him the benefit of the doubt as
Yeah.
well.
I'm definitely too hard on him, and maybe he'll turn a corner on Paradise. But I guess that's the beauty of the show. We see a snippet, and we're just like, I'm gonna make my entire opinion about you based on this 10-minute TV appearance, which is absurd.
Yeah.
But it's just it's the part of the business, I guess.
Yeah.
Michael, what was your? Sorry, we cut
All
you
right,
off. What was
so yeah,
the villain?
yeah. So that wasn't actually, that was just an honorable mention. My actual villain, this might be shocking, but I don't know how you guys feel about him. But Aaron Schwartzman, he was from Charity Season. I don't know if you remember what he looks like, but he was. I kind of got a glimpse of it in the Men Tell All. He kind of gave me a glimpse of like how he could be like villainy and like kind of like a bad guy, and I'm like, I can kind of see it. He kind of gives off that he's just there to be there and stir up some stuff. So
I love that. I think that's such a good one. I think that he's gonna be so mean to Peter.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
with the FP. Yeah,
Yeah, I think Aaron is like definitely someone who will um like pop off, but I also think that like Aaron is like so underrated and just like chef's kiss in
Yeah.
terms of looks.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's very hot. But I don't think that he'll like I don't see him like meeting someone super
yeah.
seriously. Also, he's like
Yeah.
best friends with Brayden right now, which is crazy. What a turn.
Interesting. Yeah.
Um,
I feel like Aaron S is definitely someone. He's gonna be the guy who has the shirt that's only buttoned at the bottom. He's never gonna take the shirt fully off, but it's only buttoned at the bottom. That dude's jacked. Dude's
I hope
absolutely
you're wrong. I hope he's never wearing the shirt. I hope that you're like
the whole time.
literally like no, I don't want that. I don't want that storyline for him at all.
He never has the shirt
For
on the entire
me.
time.
Yeah. He's a firefighter.
Yeah, he's the dude is shredded. He definitely wins that. He could take anyone on that beach if it just came down to it. One-on-one
Yeah.
fight. He's like Brayden might put up a fight, but I feel like I don't know. It could be interesting. All right.
Braden can't fight for sure.
What is it, Justin? I think you have one more pick. I don't know what you have.
Gosh.
Probably the
Yeah,
scandal.
I have a scandal. I've been avoiding it.
Yeah. Or plot twist. We can change
yeah.
that category.
Oh gosh, yeah, this is so difficult. I think the Boomer Room one is really good. I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna say someone like does something like bi-curious or something like that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say that like they're finally gonna like actually make that a real storyline instead of just like talking about it for 2 seconds and then nothing actually happening. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know if it'll actually happen. Maybe it's wishful thinking. Maybe I'm, secretly hoping that Brayden and Aaron are lovers now. So
Yeah, no, that was my number 3. That was literally the third one on my scandal list. So that's a good pick. That's 100% a good pick. Where yeah, it always felt they would gloss over moments like that. Ever since even Demi and what was her name?
Kristen? Yeah.
Maybe. I think if we're both thinking that, then we got to be close. Yeah, I think we're due. It's way past due. All right, my last one, which is my couple. So all 3 of the couples I wrote down are on my board. So now I just have this one I want to go with. I think I'm going to go with the one I'm rooting for the most. And it's going to be weird because these 2 have technically already dated and broken up.
Oh, this is a good one.
We might not be thinking the same. I don't know.
No.
Rachel and Avon.
Oh.
That's who I want.
I like that.
I want them together. I wanted them
Oh.
together on Rachel's season. I like him. I don't know too much about Avon's like whatever. I honestly forget most of his storylines on the show, but I think they look really good together, and I think they would work well. I would prefer Rachel and Avon over Rachel and Brayden.
What about Jordan? I thought you were gonna say Jordan.
I thought about that one, but I don't think if that was the end game, they would have showed it in the trailer. But I think I honestly almost put Rachel and someone from her season. I think she ends up with someone from her season. So Jordan wouldn't be a bad pick as well.
Yeah.
Even for Bachelor.
Yeah.
I think that she's definitely going to end up with someone, and I could see it being from her season, like almost like a do-over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only reason I said Brayden was because they were sitting next to each other and they were getting along so well at the finale, and I was like, are they fucking with us?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't actually think that they would be like my favorite couple. They definitely wouldn't be, but I think that Rachel will definitely. I love the idea of her being with someone as like a second chance. Sorry, Gino.
Yeah, that was another. So we can run through if you have any like honorable mentions, stuff we didn't say. That was the surprise cameo I almost put down was Tino. I think with Rachel and a lot of those guys, can you imagine if Tino showed up on that beach?
It'd be so good.
I
don't think he would though. I don't think he would, but just I think how his dad reacted.
Yeah, he's very done with TV. It seems like maybe give him a couple years too.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'll run through the rest of mine, and then we can talk about that. And if you guys had any other honorable mentions, you can throw them out there.
While we're talking about Rachel, my honorable mention is Rachel and Peter, strictly because they're both pilots. Boom. That's it.
Wait, Rachel's a pilot?
Yes. Yeah, right? Yes, it's her Instagram handle.
That's why I remember seeing that. I'm like, wait a second. Okay. Dude, for someone who hosts this show, I don't know anything.
You're fired.
Literally. Justin, take over my spot. You'll be on next week. Next week will be Justin and Michael talking about Golden Bachelor.
Oh, let's go. I love Golden Bachelor.
I can't. I think we're more excited for that. It's going to be awesome.
I am. I will hand up in there. I'm way more excited for Golden Bachelor.
The other couples I had Blake and Kat with a K. I thought that because we haven't talked much about Blake yet. And I think Blake's going to be an interesting character on this season. He looks very different than when we last saw him. He got the buzz cut. Obviously, Katie shows up. So you would assume that means like Blake makes it pretty far with someone, maybe, or at least he's around for a while, which means has some connections. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about Blake, but I scrolled through the cast and I was like, these two would look good together. Blake and Kat, maybe. But what do you think about Blake?
I just don't want to see him be sad on the beach. I'm like really worried that he's going to have a sad boy summer on the beach, and I just don't want that for him. He's just way too funny and crude, and I kind of just like want him to make inappropriate jokes the whole time and have fun. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Who do we think Blake's most likely match is? If it's not Katie. Which it is Katie. Brooklyn. Okay.
I remember her being funny. That's the one thing I remember about her on Zach's season was that she seemed like one of the funnier ones, like in her like just interviews and stuff.
Yeah. Brooklyn. I can see Brooklyn. I can see Greer too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Michael, do you hope Greer is single?
I will mention Greer and me. Yeah. Greer leaves single. Single.
Michael, if you walk down the steps
to my DM, she leaves single and she responds to my DM.
There we go.
It's gonna be episode 2, and we're just gonna be watching, and Michael walks down those steps. I'm here to see Greer. you kept it a secret all this time, and then Greer pops up next episode.
That's pretty cool.
We're rooting for you, Mike. Cool. We're all rooting for you. Someone we haven't mentioned yet, who was a big storyline, a big part of last season, is Eliza. I don't know where she fits in with this crew, to be honest.
Eliza and Aaron were like my second couple that I thought about putting up. I feel like Aaron B. Yeah. Okay. Like I absolutely, there's like a clip of them making out or something. And I was like, wow, I really see that. I see them like doing pretty well. Like it works for me. I'm excited about Eliza. I think she made a questionable decision last season. But I feel like I'm excited for her redemption. So
yeah. What if she does the same thing and she like goes really far with Aaron B and then just like, well, did she just like dip and then she came back for Justin.
Yeah,
Gosh,
she
that
like
whole
went
storyline was
to
crazy.
his like apartment and he was like, no.
No. Yeah, he was like, sorry.
Yeah, because she picked someone else. I just don't remember what happened with that person or who even it was, to be honest.
Was it Andrew?
Oh, maybe.
And yeah, I thought she like picked Andrew and then realized she made a mistake. Maybe I don't know. Just go watch recaps of that season. We're moving on. We're moving forward. But yeah, I don't know where Eliza fits in this season. It'll be interesting. I could honestly see her just showing up for having that first connection with Aaron B early, and then just kind of fizzling out, being like, you know what, maybe leaving Paradise on her own. I could see that. Man, I think because she's in the situation where she needs to come across like making a mature decision. I think because after like the whole chaos of last one, I think she's very cognizant of that, of like knowing how that could spin zone and look bad. So I could see her just like making the decision, like, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm gonna leave.
I can see that for sure.
Anyone else we haven't talked about? Anything else we need to cover? Any surprise cameos we might be expecting?
I mean, I'm really excited for Sam Jeffries. I feel like she is such a wild card. I feel like she is someone that a lot of the guys last season told me that they wanted to meet on the beach, and then she was not there because she did not want to do it. And yeah, so I feel like she's gonna be. I mean, the poop storyline is kind of wild. I'm like, what? But like I feel like she could do really well, and I feel like she's gonna turn some heads, honestly. So
I like that. Yeah. Michael, how about you? Any honorable mentions you want to bring up? Anything else we missed?
We pretty much talked about everything. At least on my mock draft, big board.
Oh, do we think Gabby shows up with Rachel? Gabby Whitney?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
I think if Rachel makes it far with someone, they could bring her in like late because they love that storyline of those two together. Yeah, and they had the season together. Especially if Rachel's about to get engaged, I could see them bringing Gabby in as like a last second. Let's have this conversation.
Yeah, I could see that too.
So it'll be interesting. Only other thing I had, I did have a potential sneaky villain as Rachel. I think Rachel could in like a cause the most drama type of thing. I think Rachel's gonna run that beach, and I think Michael and I talked about it last week.
Yeah,
I think her and Braden are running this beach. Maybe not together, maybe separately, but I think they are the kings and queens of that chessboard.
I said that I think Braden low-key might just take a little step back. You know, he was. I think
that's right. Yeah.
I think he's going to be a little bit less. You know, he was the whole show, some episodes of charity seasons, damn near. So I think he's going to have kind of a lesser, I don't know, screen time and everything.
I feel like based on what the show is like putting out about him, I feel like he's going to be. I can't tell like which way he's going to go, but I feel like he's going to be a major player no matter what. Like he could be like stirring shit up. He could be just like in the most successful relationship ever. But I feel like Braden is going to leave the beach a star. I feel like he's going to have a podcast. I feel like he's going to be like that person no matter how he like navigates it. Because I mean, I feel like for them to, you know, I don't know, be featuring him this much in the trailer and like bringing him on the finale and like honestly like letting him off pretty easy for the finale, like for the tell-all, like I feel like he is about to do really well with this franchise. So
I could see that. Yeah. We definitely have seen a lot of Braden where people even pointing out like I'm done seeing Braden, and Paradise hasn't even started yet. So that'll be an interesting thing to follow. All right. Well, that's the Paradise draft. I did have two headlines. We normally run through headlines at the end. These are two pretty big ones. First one, Hannah Brown is engaged. So let's give it. We love on this show. So shout out to Hannah Brown. Justin, I don't know too much about this guy. Do you have any insight on who this guy is? I haven't followed their relationship too closely.
I mean, I don't really know much about him in general. I feel like he's had like a couple different types of jobs over the years. Um, but I really like him. I feel like they, I don't know. I feel like uh she totally kind of got screwed over by Tyler, and so like he's been like good for her, and like hasn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like he's trying to like be weird and like monetize on her like
Yeah.
Natalie and Nick Vial. I'll say it, but like I just feel, I don't know, I feel like they complement each other really well. I'm excited about it though, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. I think obviously the show, the producers have to be kicking themselves because arguably one of their most prolific bachelorettes is now engaged to someone not involved with the show whatsoever. So it's another kick to the show. It's like, hey, she didn't find love on the show and she moved on. So that's got to be tough for them to see. Michael, any thoughts on Hannah Brown and her new fiance?
They looked good together, so that's my opinion. They look good. They look good together. So boom.
They do. Yeah.
That is true. The only other thing I had written down is that as of this morning, they released the women for the Golden Bachelor,
So
which got
excited.
Michael and I were texting back and forth this morning.
Oh yeah.
We're stoked.
Up
We're
to-
so excited for Golden Bachelor.
So the range
And-
was 60 to 75. For age.
I thought there was going to be an 80-year-old in there. I really did. We talked about what the age
Yeah.
range would be. I was hoping for an 80-year-old.
It's a pretty young cast, honestly. I'm not surprised, but it is young.
Yeah. And another adjective which feels weird to describe this cast given the circumstances, Mike, we both kind of agreed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's weird to say. It's kind of a hot cast.
Kind of a hot cast.
Like, I don't know. I feels weird saying that, but it's an attractive cast.
They don't look their age. That's all I'll say. They don't look their
Okay.
age. They look younger than they are.
It's
Do you
such a
both
weird dynamic.
normally go for older women at all?
Not
No.
I mean, not
30
that,
years
not
older.
like, yeah, but okay, all right.
no.
Curious.
I don't think that's a preference I have. I don't think I
Okay.
really trend either way, honestly.
Okay.
But that is a weird. I don't know how to talk about it because normally, like the
Yeah.
women on these shows are similar to my age, so it feels a
Yeah.
little more like not even appropriate because it's still weird to be like just judge it based off looks. But I mean,
Welcome
show-
to my brand.
yeah, the show does a great job at casting, and they did it again. Another good-looking cast, and Matt James's mom is on the show.
Patty.
That's got to be just let's get more eyeballs on this thing, right? There's no way she's actually like going far, like has a real shot at this. Would be my guess.
Yeah, it feels very random that Matt was like, "Yeah, mom, that'd be a good idea." Like after his edit, I was a little bit shocked about that, but you know.
Yeah, I bet she got the bag. I bet they paid her quite a bit to come back on. That'd be my guess.
I mean the normal cast doesn't get paid, so I don't.
How
I don't
does that work?
know.
They don't get anything?
No, you don't get anything until you go in Paradise.
I didn't know that. I always assumed I thought it was like very low, but I thought there was like a base, like just to cover the cost of like giving up that much of your life. That's crazy. There's no payment.
The lead gets paid.
Yeah,
The lead gets paid.
like
Whoa.
$100K, something
Yeah.
like that.
The
So,
cast gets nothing. Huh.
yeah, I know. Like people literally like
they get
spend
to-
so much money on like all their stuff, and then they just like could go home night one. So
Whoa. That's nuts. Didn't know that.
They don't get paid. They just have to use all of their PTO and
Yeah.
everything.
yeah, because that's like why Brie. What happened with Brie?
Oh,
She was
yeah.
like I used all my PTO. Like I'm supposed to be back by now. So now
Yeah,
she's an
that's-
influencer. So
Now I don't
Paid
blame
off.
them for using their platform, try to make some money after the fact. Because I mean, might as well use it.
Yeah.
Justin, last thing. Any more thoughts on Golden Bachelor? I know Michael and I are both very excited. How do we feel about Michael? Have we decided? Are we going Gary or Jerry? I know they call him
Jerry. His name's Jerry. It's Gerry.
It
That
looks
is
like
pronounced.
Gary.
No, Gary is Gary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it'd be funny.
I understand
All
what you're saying, but Michael is correct. It is pronounced
Like
Jerry.
it's Jerry, and he's
Yeah.
even said it. Like they
I
Yeah.
know.
he said
I
his
don't
name.
like it either. I think the spelling is weird, but that's just a personal preference. It's the only thing I'm like, seems a little sus. But he obviously didn't name himself.
He's
But
from
yeah,
Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't know what
He's
that
an Indiana.
means.
He's an Indiana boy. That's where we're from.
Oh, okay.
That's where Michael and I are from. Oh yeah, sorry, dude.
I was
Yeah.
like, I actually don't know what the correlation is there. I was like, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I think that this show has gotten so much hype. Like the fact that we have like actual, like, Entertainment Weekly content opposed to like a, a production photographer taking these photos and like giving us like a real like editorial cast photo and not just lining everyone up in a sad looking way. It's like it's telling me everything I need to know. I feel like this is gonna really help the franchise. Honestly, I feel like they have a literal hit on their hands. I feel like young people are gonna watch it. Old people are gonna watch it. I hope they like continue to do a good job with the social media. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be great, and these cast photos look amazing. I'm already obsessed with Natasha. She's showing major cleavage, which I love, and she's from New York, and so Natasha's my favorite as of this very moment. And I will say, Matt's mom Patty is like serving glamour. I'm like, what's going on? It's great.
Yeah. Who did we talk about? Joan.
Joan. We talk about
Joan.
here.
It says she's 60. She looks 40.
April is gonna stir some drama. That's what I'm saying. April has that look in her eyes. She's causing drama.
Oh yeah, they both look like they should be housewives.
Yeah. I would. What are the odds we get like a Paradise spin-off of a bunch of, and they keep this series going?
I don't want that. But I love that. I think that'd be funny, but I don't want that actually.
That's overkill. I think let's just keep it. Let's see how this season goes, and we'll go from there.
Listen, I hope that this like encourages the franchise now that they have a new showrunner to like take chances on other like types of series. Like they should be doing so many spin-offs. Like I will never forgive the show for like, I don't even know if this was pitched, but it's like the best idea ever. Like give like Ashley and Jared like a spin-off for like when they were like making their little cafe and like having their baby. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like that is like, that would be such a good like Hulu show. Like,
yeah,
come on. And I feel like they have missed so many opportunities, and I absolutely hope that this will like encourage them to do lots of other things, like give us all the content.
Yeah, they can greenlight my show idea, One Night Stand. I've talked about it quite a bit. I want all the people who are eliminated on night one to then go and do a competition show, and the winner gets to go on Paradise. So then you get to know the people who were eliminated night one, and it could be some kind of like either trivia, like athletic competition, something like where it's not just like trying to find love. It's like an actual like competitive thing, and then the winner gets to go on Paradise. I think that'd be awesome.
I have a compromise. So I've said this several times as well. So I feel like they should bring back Bachelor Pad and have different themes for different seasons. So I feel like if they brought back Bachelor Pad, they could do like couples only. They could do like night one eliminations, villains, like whoever. Like I think that would be so good. Bachelor in Paradise was an elite show.
So, hey, everyone.
Bachelor Pad.
Yeah, Bachelor Pad. Yeah. So, those higher ups listening right now, just listen to us. We have a bunch of ideas, greenlight all of them, and just give us more content. So,
if you're the intern listening, write this down and tell someone.
Exactly. Well, Justin, thank you so much for coming to talk shop with us for a little bit. Hopefully, in like a month, maybe once the show start airing, we have you back on and we recap some episodes, stuff like that. So, we appreciate you taking the time. Looking forward to seeing all your stuff. And once again, maybe let people know where they should check you out, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Justin takes the batch on Instagram. And if you enjoy a good TikTok, I post about once a month. And so you can find me on TikTok there as well.
I enjoy them. I enjoy all of them.
Thank you. Yeah, you do engage. You're way too good at TikTok though. It's insane. It's so humbling. So
I'm out on I don't like it anymore. I'm reaching a point where I'm like, I don't care anymore.
oh, I'm
But I
sorry.
appreciate that. I do enjoy your TikToks quite a bit though. It keeps me there. It keeps me on the app. Well, everyone, thanks for watching episode 2 of BachMakers, and we'll see you next week.